Welcome to Retro Sports Gamer Channel. I'm Tim Kitzrow from NBA Jam and Mutant Football League, NFL Blitz, and a few other games. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom! Let's go!
All right, we are back. Game 16 of the ESPN NFL 2K5 season that I'm running with the Chicago Bears. Last game's against the Packers. I still have a chance to get the number one seed in the NFC. Quick look at the standings. So I'm right there under the Vikings. I'm 11-4. They're 12-3. Not sure who's going to win the tiebreaker, but I still have a chance to win the division. So that's what I'll try to do in this last one. The teams that have a good quarterback, those are the ones that usually give me a challenge. So the Packers are going to do so. I believe I beat them earlier in the season. Let's take a look at the schedule. And I am going to crack open one tonight. It's an Everyday Hero Session IPA. Played a little 16-inch softball tonight. We split the games. The season started. We won the first one, lost the second one. So it's time for this Everyday Hero. This is Revolution Brewing in Chicago. This is kind of like, I guess their budget beer, but it's really good pale ale. So, let's watch this week's Sports Center and get ready for this game with the Packers.
Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Jaguars edge their way to a narrow 3-point win.
I don't believe I watched it at the end of the last one. I could be wrong, though.
The Bengals won this contest, but will stay at second place in the AFC North.
And as always, if you want to follow these live, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. YouTube gaming is no longer, so if you're getting them from there, you're not getting them from there anymore. You got to get them directly from the YouTube channel. So that was, yeah, the Lions gave me a tough battle, to be honest. This happened like in week 3. They're showing it now. It was these Sports Center updates that made me actually make the trade. Why do you always stream at midnight? Well, this is when I have time to do it. A lot of times is when everyone in the house is asleep, and if I got the energy, then I'll do it. Would prefer to do it earlier, but just can't get the time available. But also, you know, people are winding down depending on where you are at in the country. Sometimes it's good just to sit back, relax, and watch some of your favorite retro sports games. Of course, ESPN NFL 2K5 is a favorite of most. But that is why. So I'm going to finish off this regular season tonight. So you might get to see who gets the awards and everything after the season. We'll see how that goes. But we'll watch the Sports Center after this game as well.
In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary. And
Some guys got some tough injuries. This is the NFL we're talking about.
So this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. It's a broken arm, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs.
Ooh, they could get some of these guys back for the playoffs. I didn't know that.
They can form their own matchup.
He was playing good for me. It's too bad he's out.
As one of the more costly injuries.
No, Antonio, I haven't found it.
Now, on to even bigger news.
I probably am going to just have to order it off eBay.
Watch the rest of the season from the sidelines, and they'll be scrambling now to find someone.
You would really like to see that game. I love the enthusiasm, so I definitely will get it. I've had some requests for other games, but you know, that has to be number one on the list right now.
Chris, let's send it back to you.
Falcons, Saints. Rex Grossman calls the signals at the 24-yard line.
Here he is.
Quick rollout, boy. He
Wow, the Rex Grossman I traded from the Bears. Looking good.
24. Over at Heinz Field, we had the Steelers get sent home with a 14-point loss.
I don't think I saw that highlight before.
Victory at Giant Stadium. The Vikings lost at home and allowed the
No, I definitely want to get the game, and it's not expensive, so there's no reason not to.
49ers. Tim
I do go to retro game stores or, you know, pre-owned stores every once in a while, so I like to support those brick and mortar stores when I can. So, you know, when there's something like that I'm looking for, I look for it. So I only came across the N64 version NBA Live 99.
this contest, but will stay at the first place in the AFC South. Sammy Morris played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. Eagles, Rams. Jeff Blake, Mark signals at the 24-yard line.
Jeff Blake. Oh yeah, I think McNabb's out for the season for them.
Slings it, and a perfect timing pattern for a touchdown.
Still getting wins.
Won by the final score of 20-13. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr.
You got Mel Kiper in this game? Wow.
Never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft. Well, you're absolutely right. With the college bowl season upon us, a lot of guys will
That's cool.
bowl games, more or less, open audition, NFL scouts everywhere.
Hey, busting out all the stops in this one.
Long way the past couple of years to be where he is now. 5'9", 243, out of San Jose State. And you know, when you look at the tailbacks across college football, there are a number of good ones.
You play franchise mode, they're not playing around.
I really think he could become a premier running back.
They mean it.
Another guy who's starting to make some noise with a terrific senior season. A virtual unknown coming into this year.
I think this is the longest Sports Center I've had the whole season.
I'm starting to jump on the bandwagon as well. That'll do it for now. Because the big board is going to see a lot of rising and falling between now and April.
Yes, indeed. Just 1 week to go, and the playoff picture's starting to take shape. But still some areas.
Good teams in the AFC.
Next weekend.
Of course, you got Brady and Manning on top with their teams. How do you buy stuff off of eBay? Well, you create an account, set up a PayPal account with some money, or tie it to a debit or credit card, and then you just make purchases on eBay. It's pretty easy. I've been doing it, man, probably since the late 90s, early 2000s.
For pivotal week 16. As always, plenty of surprises to go around and plenty of intrigue still to come. My primetime players each took his team to the next level. Each is going to take home a game ball.
If you're looking for things, though, eBay is a great place to actually find them. Will you get the best price?
Joining us here in the Bristol
Not always.
See you next week right here on ESPN.
But sometimes you can get some deals. But you're competing with everyone in the country and the world who's looking for those items. Skip all this. Ready to play.
Hey, I'm Chris Berman.
Here we go. The rivalry game. In my lifetime, the Packers have dominated the Bears. Every once in a great while, you'll have a season where the Bears will win a game on them. But, man, Packers with Favre and Rodgers at the helm, they've beat up the Bears pretty bad. So a person has to have a PayPal account. Yeah, that's where the money's going to flow through, is PayPal. Technically, I guess you could do money orders, but that's not how most people use it. There's fans wearing the winter gear. This is, of course, a late game in Soldier Field. But it is clear. No snow. What's up, Troy? How's it sound? I got the Yeti plugged in tonight. I didn't want this mic in my face. And I think I'm getting better volume from the Yeti. I'm going to kick off. See if I could stop them. Get that ball at halftime. Boom! Sounds good, thank you. That's the feedback I'm looking for. Alright, Favre. Really gotta pay attention on defense this game. He's gonna gun some in there. I got Amon Green in the backfield. And he's outrunning me. Oh yeah, the Yeti grabs the sound from everywhere. You'll probably hear my controller sounds. Antonio, the Packers are your team. Are you from Wisconsin or Green Bay? I know there's a lot of Packers fans across the country. I don't know what Favre is doing there. Try some phones so I can hear. No, I'm not doing that. I like my ears free. But yeah, you're right. That would be helpful. No one's in the backfield. Oh. Favre throws some loft on it. It was a good throw. Found the hole in the defense. We got Movie Freak 86. What's up, Darren? That's what I'm talking about. You know, I have been a Packers hater earlier in my life, but they've earned my respect. And the way they run their organization. It's almost like a mom and pop NFL team. Most of the guys get drafted by the Packers, stay there. They still sign free agents, but I really appreciate the way they run their organization. And they've had a lot of successful seasons. The last 25 years I've been watching football. This is what I'm talking about. The better quarterbacks don't move the ball on you. Which I'm guessing that's what I will see in the playoffs. I'm really skittish to do zones. Love the Patriots when you're from Buffalo, New York. Oh, nice screenplay. I played horrible defense there. I was into the Patriots back in the day when they had Drew Bledsoe. But I can't say I've ever been a fan during the Brady era. Brady Belichick. But it's been impressive what they've been able to pull off. Oh. Thought I would have got a hand on this. Favre's shredding right now.
He executed that pass pattern perfectly and made the catch. Nice reception. Nope, they could not cover him man to man. He was one step ahead of the defense.
A beautiful pickup, Reader. Everyone on the offense is happy about
Patriots are a bunch of cheaters. Yeah, they've been accused of cheating. They've been caught cheating. It hasn't been a good track record. That was too easy. That was way too easy for them. Ahman Green just walked right in. And he has speed, but he didn't really even need to use it there. So Ahman Green last year at a Tecmo Super Bowl tournament in Green Bay. And he looks like he could still play if he wanted to. Yeah, a lot of people love this game over the current Madden games. I also prefer it. That's why I'm playing it now. Vic took a shot. They're in the zone, so it was tough to... It's tough to bust a big run. I'm really looking for them to play man. That's where I'll have my best. Alright, I'm going to hope Thomas Jones can pick up this first down. From what I've heard, a lot of people say Madden 19 is one of the worst Maddens that they've come out with. But I haven't played it, so I can't personally say that. Obviously, the graphics are good and everything. Alright, voided the hit. Got the first down. You don't think so, Darren? I know you've played a lot of it. Movie Freak 86 in the chat. He's my longtime buddy. He's got his own YouTube channel if you want to subscribe. He does still play some sports games from time to time. Actually, most of the time. Among some other profile shots that I don't quite understand what he's doing, but alright, just get out of bounds. Late hit, that's gotta be a late hit. That's just not right. Graphics are great. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much expected these days. If you don't have great graphics, like, what are you doing? Wow. I don't know what it is that causes these guys to miss catches sometimes. It's just so aggravating. That should have been an easy grab. I streamed the game Rage 2 earlier. Is that... I'm guessing that's not a sports game. Vic, not moving too fast. We're still picking up the first. You rented it. I love that you're still renting some videos I'm going to take a timeout. I don't know why it's not letting me call it, but Vic is slow because he's tired. There we go. Yeah, that's what people say. I guess they complain about the lack of being able to throw the ball with any trajectory. Oh, you had to do it. Vic is just taking a pounding. Try to hit X on this. Not open though, and Vic is too slow to run. I'm gonna let the quarter run out and go back to it. Rage 2's like Doom. So open world, so it's a first-person shooter. Yeah, Vic, I don't know. He hasn't been in the red too much during the season. I don't know why he's getting so fatigued.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. Packers are out in front, 7-0.
All right, now they're fresh. Quarter's over.
Second down, goal to go.
Let's see if we can hit Marty. There it is. Touchdown, Bears. What's up, Adam? Good to see you. Opinion on Backbreaker. Don't have much experience with Backbreaker. I do know a little bit about it. That it's probably, from what I hear, it's got some of the best tackling animations of all time, but the camera angles are a little bit tough to deal with. But I haven't played too much of it. It's really tough, in my opinion, for a game to make it without the license of, at least right now, of the NFL or the NCAA. And hopefully in the future we're going to get some more football games. We really got to support the XFL that comes out. They locked up some good TV deals with FS1, Fox, ESPN, and ABC. So I really think that league will be able to gain some traction. So if it does and people watch it, then hey, it'll open up the video game development for other studios. Because right now, I think after All Pro 2K8, even though it's a great game, was a flop, at least sales-wise, that, you know, companies see that it's really tough to pour all these resources into a game like that and then not have it do well. So, Asuna Sniper Rose says, I got Madden 19, it's okay. Game and I only play franchise mode and some of the older Madden games like Madden 25. Think about getting a PS2 on the weekend. Yeah, if you don't have one, you got to get a PS2. Some of these sports games are the greatest on there. PS5 comes out November 2020. Yeah, anything that comes out now that's video game system, I do expect it to be insane. Because, I mean, how much more can they do, really? Favre clutch, third down. So, I talk about how I don't get too creative on defense. I just stick with the two-man, but since they've been easily going up the field, I'm going to have to switch up the strategy. Oh, come on, you're right there. Think about getting a PS2 again. Actually, there's so many good games on PS2. And I mean, the graphics, they hold up well. Once you get the Dreamcast, PS2, Xbox, GameCube, the graphics are still, some of the games are good to look at. You know, N64, some of the games are tough. PlayStation, a lot of the games are tough to look at. I'm going hurry up. Oh, Mike Green drops an interception. Wow. I just can't believe some of this crap. What are they talking about? Yeah, the PS1 Doom to Mile, yeah, it did not age well. It's tough to go back to some of those. You know, it's like one of those systems you show it to older generations and it just looks bad most of the games. So unless you have nostalgia for them, it's hard to really get into some of them. There are exceptions. I mean, there are some 2D games on there. I already have the original Xbox, so I'll get a PS2 for mostly PS1 games. I mean, there's a huge library. What the heck is... Oh, my cornerbacks are just doing stupid crap. So I do play on All Pro with no sliders adjusted. And a lot of the season, especially later in it, has been a cakewalk. But when I go up against a good quarterback, that's when I feel like it's most of the challenge. I'm on green with the catch. But yeah, I'm ready for the NFL to lease out their name, their likeness to another developer, because I just can't believe 15 years later we're still talking about how no one else can make an NFL game but EA. It's just crazy. And it wasn't as bad when they still made some other games like NFL Street, and then they even came out with NFL Blitz that EA made. But now it's there's nothing. They don't do anything. Yeah, the Blitz series on PlayStation is not too bad. Actually, Blitz 2000, I prefer to play it on PlayStation 1 because there's no frame rate issues and it looks good enough. That's what I'm hearing. NCAA football could be coming back. I hope it does. I always love playing the EA Sports NCAA games on the PS2. Got to the 21, so it was worth it. Just glad they didn't pick it off. I threw that ball late. NBA Jam TE on PS1 is good. That and Saturn. You know, that's one of those weird ones that was still a 2D game, which, so they use scaling, but it's still a 2D game, so it looks 3D. So those games still look good, but that was an early PS1 game. All right, So, big drive coming up here. Hang Time, NBA Hang Time on PS1 is also a good one.
Michael Vick does a little last-minute razzle-dazzle here, and he gets some yards.
A little razzle dazzle.
First down, 3 wideouts in the game.
Oh yeah, doing some moves. 100 yards in the first half. Thanks, Doom DeMile. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been at it for over 4 years. You know, when it comes to retro games, sports kind of gets overlooked. A lot of the retro gamers, they don't take too kindly to sports games after a certain era. But I know they're out there, people that love these games, so with time, oh no, they will come to the channel and check out some stuff. And as I continue to play, I can be more of a resource as far as giving tips on games. Like this one I didn't play too much back in the day, so this is kind of like my first full season playthrough. That one was kind of swatted away. I hope you started, Adam. It'll be good. I know you've been thinking about it and talking about it for a while. Oh, David Terrell with a huge catch. I should have paid more attention to the clock. Put a little loft on it, let him. Marty Booker in the end zone again.
Marty Booker has a guy shadowing him, but still manages to make the catch. He beats his man cold. It's all about staking your turn. They take the lead on that touchdown, Peter, and they have to be happy with their performance on that drive. Yeah, great calls and great.
Who's my favorite team in the NFL? And your favorite QB? Mine is Tom Brady, Josh Allen. My favorite team in the NFL depends on the year. Right now, I would say I'm back to just being a Bears fan, but during the Peyton Manning era, I would root for him to do well, whether it was the Colts or the Broncos. When it comes to NFL and NBA, I'm just such a fan of the sport, admirer of the game, that I can watch any teams play each other. Oh my God, I'm terrible. Wow, that is bad. That was the end of the half. On green, turned on the burners there. I dove, missed. Bears fans are booing. I understand. I did not see that happening. Mike Brown, good safety on that side too. Couldn't catch him. Packers are tough. So does Madden 19 have any halftime show like this? I doubt it. 49ers, Bulls, Braves. Yeah, you like a few teams that were good. 49ers, late 80s, early 90s. Braves, dominant in the 90s, besides for winning the World Series. And the Bulls, another team, 6 championships in the 90s. So, yeah, he definitely took a liking for sports in the 90s, and so did I. See, even though I'm from Chicago, it got to a point where I kind of rooted against the Bulls towards the last few championships, just because I wanted to see some other teams win, and I got, you're spoiled by it. First 4, you got Dennis Rodman, 72 and 10. You're like, okay, let somebody else win already. That one hurt.
And that's where we'll leave this one. Bears are down, but still in it, 17-14.
Played a really good half and then gave up that last touchdown.
Halftime hero of the first half. Amon Green has played like a man possessed. So that does it for our halftime report. Send you back now to the second half of this one. And Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there.
Thanks, Chris. And today's game has been presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound.
What about you, Asuna? What are your favorite teams?
The second half, and this is a tight contest. Currently, they're down 17-14. Let's go down to the field.
I don't know if I really have a favorite player right now.
Runs out for a touchback.
Yeah, I did root against them. I have some family in Utah, so they played the Jazz in the last 2. Also, I did like the Sonics, so I wouldn't have been heartbroken if the Sonics beat the Bulls, but the Bulls were way better. That wasn't going to happen.
Got a hand on that football. Left no chance for a reception.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Just because you're born somewhere doesn't mean you have to root for the team. Like the Bulls.
No one in front of them.
Oh, they're coming over. I thought I was going to return the favor. The Bulls, I don't know if you noticed, but the Bulls management since the Jordan era has been pretty bad. I mean, we did have the flash of Derrick Rose as the MVP, but they really lucked into that pick. Yeah, and it was young, didn't understand that the Bulls weren't supposed to win every year. And the Jazz, man, one of the best duos, coach teams to never win a championship. Oh, Booker splits everybody, 3 touchdowns for him. That post route working all day. Oh, no. No, Gray Magic. We're not doing that. There it is. Boom. That was a failure on defense on their part. So this has been back and forth offensive battle. See if I can play some D. Man, Favre's playing the Bears. By the third quarter, usually where he wants them is down by like 3 or 4 touchdowns. So the fact that I'm winning, that's not where Favre wants to be. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like I like the Warriors team, and I was into it more before they got Durant. I thought when they got Durant, it was going to be fun to watch. But they really didn't. They went 73-9 in the regular season. They really didn't try to do that anymore. What's up, burner account? Good to see you back. So yeah, the Warriors, they're just so talented. I'm definitely not rooting for them this year. But I think the only team that could beat them possibly is the Bucks. The Bucks did win tonight. But if Durant plays in the finals, I'll still have to give it to the Warriors. But I think the Warriors can beat the Portland without Durant. Portland's had a great run, and they still might come back and win a few games, but I just don't see it. Like, the Warriors are one of those other teams that have two finesse skilled point guards, backcourts that can score, and the Warriors are the best at it, so they really don't have like a physical advantage against Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum against the Warriors backcourt. Wayne Gretzky. Oh yeah, Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey. I don't hate the Warriors either, because they, for the most part, they did it the right way. They built their team up from the draft and from acquiring new coaches, and then they just, because they were so good, they're able to attract a free agent in Durant and go on a couple more championship runs. So you can't blame them for that. They did that the right way. Urlacher dropped it. I did that before. Took a punt return with Urlacher, and I didn't see him dropping it, so that was a huge mistake. Oh, you finished your 2K5 roster with the 2019 teams? So now that you did that, is that something you could actually share? It's our second face mask of the game. So that's one strike against 2K5 is the best football game of all time, because Tecmo doesn't have penalties that you can't control. And I've had two of them this game. Urlacher at punt return, I could control that, so that's my own fault, but I'm bringing the heat here. Field goal block. Oh man, they were coming so hard they didn't even know what to do. Uh-oh. Oh boy. This could be a game changer. It's why you bring the field goal block on the goal line. Suicide blitz is what it's called in NFL blitz. Well, it's his left arm, so maybe he could still come back and throw. Just come back in his Wrangler jeans and just start chucking. So who is their backup this year is a good question. They need to give to Amon. They don't. Ooh, I don't think this guy's going to get it done. So, burner account, do you got like all the rookies in and stuff? Oh man, I really dodged a huge bullet on this drive. Gave him a botched punt return. But Favre got injured there. So if I could score a touchdown on this next drive, I'll be looking good. Did rookie QBs. What do you guys think of Daniel Jones from Duke? First round New York Giants. I don't know much about him, to be honest, but I just think it's so odd that a quarterback from Duke got drafted in the first round. But I guess Trubisky's from North Carolina, so that's kind of weird too. Just not traditionally football schools. Should have threw more zip on that.
The receiver and forces him to drop the ball incomplete. Al Harris so close to the assignment he could have taken his calls for.
Wayne Gretzky's the only player who's watching the NHL. When he retired, I was done with the NHL. The great one. Number 50. I have the Elgato Game Capture HD, not to be mistaken with the HD 60, Elgato HD 60. Yeah, I'm not huge in hockey either, watching the sport. But I will say, throughout time, I used to be more into baseball, but it's really hard for me to watch a baseball game. I'd rather just casually watch a hockey game than a baseball game these days. Now, going there is a different story. That's still fun for me, but Vic's ultimate bailout. Oh, I was tired. Alright, I haven't ran much at all this whole game. So I'll give Thomas Jones. B's wide open. Well, honestly, I'm trying to play smart. And instead of going through my pass progressions like I would with other quarterbacks, with Vic, I kind of look for the first guy I'm going to throw to. If he's not open, then I just tuck it away and find a running lane. I just pick it up.
Maybe picks up one on the play. Nail Diggs just planted the ball carrier in the turf short of the markers. But the only thing that's going to grow there is the defense.
Wanted to run, but Justin Gage comes through with a huge grab. Yeah, that cleared out nicely. Threw it right to the pylon. Justin Gage's first catch of the day is a touchdown. So now the Packers are down and Favre is out. So I would say going into this fourth quarter, I'm looking good. And pending a Vikings loss, might be able to take the whole NFC. So it's either first seed or fifth seed in a wild card, which sucks because I have the second best record in the NFC. See, this guy is not going to be able to figure out this defense. Tim Couch is their backup. He threw a pretty good ball there. See, come on, Urlacher, pick the ball off. Hit the Y button, he's always deflecting it. That's one thing I will say in this game versus Madden in this era. Like, if you hit the button, you would go to catch it. Whereas this, I have no interceptions on the season, and I've been there quite a few times. All right, let's not do this again. Just gonna have to call a timeout. I'm not gonna mess this up. Tim Couch? Yeah, I didn't know that either. I thought it was Aaron Brooks at first, because I know he was on the Packers at one time. Rookie Aaron Rodgers, he could be there. But keep in mind, this is 2004 rosters. No, I don't think he's been in the league that long. I could be wrong.
start this drive at their 40-yard line. Punches this one left of center and picks up a couple.
Let's get some running room.
Second down, 2 wideouts on the field.
Hit the window. There you go. Booker's got 1,800 yards on the season.
It's good concentration and focus. It's worth another look. Maybe they should have triple covered it.
That's another medium range catch for him. He's really found his niche.
Broke season record for yards receiving. There you go. He just broke Jerry Rice's record. They got the record book programmed in the game. So Marty Booker's been a go-to receiver in this season. Yeah, I just hit him all the time. Oh, that's probably the biggest sack I took the whole season.
Hannibal Navies had the quarterback cornered way back downfield there, and he sacked him for a major loss of yards.
That'll be his first sack of the game. Third down from the eye. Vick throws a big rainbow here, and it's intercepted.
There's that one pick I like to throw a game.
At the 39.
What the heck? 3 face mask penalties.
So the personal foul call was a good one. You can't
Oh, man. Well, another game, another close one. See if Timmy Couch can lead the troops down the field. I'm not so confident he can. With defense like that, he might be able to. You got to rewind and watch the Bucks game. Yeah, I don't blame you. I saw a little bit of the fourth quarter, and that's about the time they came back and got the win. There we go. R.W. McQuarters comes up in a big way. So he's the reason that I was able to trade Tillman, because he was the nickel back. And I felt like he was good enough to start. And Vic has been absolutely tremendous. Oh yeah, Brooke Lopez, he had a huge game tonight. That is no lie. The Bucks just got a lot of weapons. The Raptors' weapons, they have them too, but they're way more inconsistent offensively. The Bucks' weapons are they're just more consistent offensively. Mirotic, huge pickup, played on the Bulls. When the Bulls were playing good last year, it's when Mirotic came back. And then they traded him to the Pelicans.
He does a great job of it. Yep, nice little scramble there. He saw he had no options, so he did what he had to do. First down and 4 wideouts.
The Bulls management. Player starts playing well, but they gave up on him already. He did get into that fight with Bobby Portis, where Bobby Portis punched him, and then they were both out for a while. Desmond Clark. Packers calling timeouts. Clark's first catch of the game. That's looking good right now.
Brought down at the 38. It looks like, yeah, we've had an injury down on the field.
Oh, crap.
As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to...
Last quarter, Oh, this is ridiculous. All right, here's my insurance policy. Cordell Stewart. Traded Reuben Brown for him to match salaries. I'm going for it. No, maybe I shouldn't. I'll do a smart thing. Punt it away. I cannot believe Vic got injured. Well, that's football for you. It's a risky sport. Yeah, I traded for Cordell Stewart because he's an 85 speed, Vic's a 91 in this game. I thought Cordell Stewart that's very generous at this stage of his career to make him that fast. So I thought he would be a good insurance policy in case Vic got injured with the way I've been playing the whole season. Oof. I could have picked that one off. I don't see them punting anymore, so they're in 4-down territory now. Couch is just chucking them up. I had a feeling I was risking it, taking some tackles with Vic, but I gotta see if I could still do some of the same things with Cordell. Cordell did play quarterback for the Bears one season. He's got the wheels. I think he'll be all right, even if Vic's out for the season. I don't know about the passing part though, because Vic got some zip on his ball. And Cordell's a seasoned veteran. He's in for the score, touchdown. Cordell. It's gonna do it. I put myself in a position for the number 1 seed. It's up to the Vikings to lose. Hot potato. We got the techno music going. We're in Soldier Field in December. And we're going to the playoffs. We'll see if the Packers are in. Well, felt good about that last drive with Cordell. Oh boy, here's a moment of truth.
Thanks, Dan. The team doctor's diagnosis is that he may have torn his ACL.
Oh my God.
Right now, he seems to
may have torn his ACL. Wow. Makes me think I should have traded for a third QB that had some scrambling ability, because that's really been my game this season. Couch really killing it, 3 for 15. See, if the quarterback's not good, these teams can't do anything. That's gonna do it. That would be something. Vic wins MVP, tears his ACL last game. So that's gonna be a 6-game winning streak for the Bears. One time I was 6-4. Now finished the season 12-4.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN video games post-game wrap-up. The Bears stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Marty Booker ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. A 40-yard touchdown for the Bears. The Bears take their first lead in the half and go up by 4.
That was bad defense by the Packers. Favre's injury didn't look like it was as bad.
Mike and Vic would get the carry here. Good blocking up front to help the Springer. The Bears on D. Vic Barnett shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off.
Vic, I don't think Vic ever tore his ACL. He really wasn't. He's been injured, but he's not been like super injury prone, even though he's a running quarterback.
A 4-yard touchdown for the Bears, and that's where we'll leave this one. Bears win this one
35-20. Hey, he's standing. His ACL looks good.
Thank you, Chris. You really showed up today. An impressive
He's not injured anymore.
What turned into an impressive win. What do you think was the critical factor in getting the W?
First off, I'd like to give it up to the fans. They were big for us at this game today. Man, we just fed off their energy, and they fed off ours. I'd like to give it up to all the fans out there.
Self high five. That's right.
Well, that just about
We did it.
Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time here on ESPN, celebrating 25 years as the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. So long.
Is being a good singer a gift or a talent? That's a great question, Antonio. I would say mostly it is a gift, but it does take some talent to do something with it. Because you could be a good singer and just, waste the gift. I can't believe Vic's ACL might be torn. Where's the recap? I'm gonna save because I'm not sure. Usually it gives the weekly recap and it's telling me to start the playoffs. So I'm just gonna save here and then see what it does. So no weekly recap. Maybe it's gonna give me the Sports Center I'm looking for. Yeah, we want to see the Sports Center, and that's. Let's see. Last week, Sports Center. Are they going to give out the awards for the year? We'll see.
Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Chargers win.
Two teams not making the playoffs. Move on.
The Texans
Another
won
two
this
teams.
contest and will now move to third place in the AFC South. The Cardinals dropped yet another game and are
Buccaneers.
rolling on and off the field.
They lost their last 6 games. They were 10-0. It's hard to believe.
Packers there.
Oh, don't show me this.
Then it was off to the races. The Bears win this one by the final score of 35-20.
Bad tackling.
We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC.
See if they talk about it here. What happened to Vic?
They were hit hard this week. Keith Bulluck will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. X-rays revealing that a broken foot is the report. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. In front of you, we've got the NFC.
Wow.
And as you can see, they could form their own mashup.
There it is.
Won't see action for a while, so this all
Thanks for a great season, but
unfortunately, it's a
we're going to have to do it without you in the playoffs.
out for the rest of the season. On to the serious news of the week. James Hall is done for the year as he'll watch the rest of the season.
And big names
And they'll be scrambling
out for the season.
that can fill his shoes. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Michael Vick is going to find himself on the
Again, you got to tell me?
a major blow to his team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Panthers pick up their 8th win of the year.
It's about right for the Panthers.
Country Music, Tennessee. We had the
I agree. I mean, this is the best halftime show. But this is really the weekly recap.
Josh Reed, he split out
Oh, this is what the snow looks like.
as they look to get 6. Makes the move toward the middle, and a nice catch at the back of the end zone for 6. Bills go on to win this by the final score of 24-17. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for it. Trey?
All right, Chris, let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new
I'm going to have to look to see if I could sign a free agent and see if there's any quarterbacks
determining a team's makeup. Marquand Manuel,
that are scramblers.
perhaps not for all that he thought he'd get, but a good deal nonetheless.
Because my third string's Jonathan Quinn, and I played a game with him. That did not go well.
signing bonus. James Atkins is on the move as well as he signs a 3-year contract with the Texans. This guy will have a new place to call home as he accepts a new contract. 5 years, $2.2 million. Michael Ricks is on the move as well as he signs a 3-year contract with
These
the
guys are just signing contracts before the season's even over.
Coming out on top by 5. Rams got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at the Edward Jones Dome. Cowboys, Giants.
I've been to Hooters before. I used to go there a bit more years ago. Went on the Hooters tour of Chicagoland, but don't go there much anymore.
By the final score of 26-25.
Have you been to Hooters before? What do you think of it? It used to have great wings.
Stay at number 1 in the AFC South. Randy Moss played well despite
Oh, the Vikings lost.
up at the top of the league.
At least that would be good if I got the first seed. Even though we don't have Vic, it's one less playoff game we have to win.
Look at him stiff arm that defender, and it opens up the hole for a touchdown.
Just showing off.
By the final score.
Raiders might be in the playoffs. We'll see.
And in our final game, we had the Patriots come away victorious.
Of course. Here it is.
All right, folks, our playoff picture has now been officially finalized.
Ooh, AFC was tough.
Look at it now, shall we? We'll begin with a look at the AFC.
What's a good offensive playbook? Well,
And now,
I've only used the Bears. Yes, I've got the first seed.
so the playoff match
Bump the Vikings down to the wild card.
with the Wild in the wild card weekend. So that'll do it from send it back over to you.
I think I'd rather have Vic and be in the wild card. Could have played Cordell Stewart that game since I clinched the playoff berth. But yeah, I've only played with the Bears playbook. There it is. Well, it did it. Got the MVP with Vic. Sucks that he won't be in the playoffs, but wow, Vic didn't get Offensive Player of the Year. He probably led the league in rushing. Oh, you're going again tomorrow? I'm sure you'll have a good time. There's always some ladies to tend to you at Hooters. Big Ben. So this is the year the Steelers won the Super Bowl with Roethlisberger. Yep. And they're not even showing his rushing stats. That's a little bit of an error. They didn't expect a quarterback to get that. You're playing Pro Bowl right now. You have the AFC. You're playing in this game. That's cool. Who all going to the Cleveland tournament? Well, it's still a ways away. It's 6 months, half a year still. So I'm not exactly sure. Okay. So I don't know if I need to save again, but you saw it. But before I do that, I gotta look at the front office and see about free agents. So I'm carrying a couple other quarterbacks, but I don't want to use them. Contracts. Alright, free agents. So here's the quarterbacks. I'm looking for speed. Oh, there's one guy. T. Martin, 81. Let's see if I could sign him. He's not good, 53 rating, but he's definitely not a bad option if Cordell goes down. Oh, on your 360, nice. Oh, I have a question about that because there were other people asking. Do you need to have a additional hard drive to play it on there? Or are you playing it off the disc and you don't need the additional hard drive? Because I was getting mixed reports on that, saying you needed a hard drive. But I don't know if they were talking about downloading it to the hard drive because it's a bigger game. So let me know. But I'm going to try to sign T. Martin right now. Of course his interest meter is high. We're number 1 seed. Increase it. Who cares? It's not my money. Alright, we got Martin now. So we got all these quarterbacks. So T. Martin's moving in. He's actually better than the other guys. So we're going in. I'm going to do some research on T. Martin because I honestly don't know who he is. T. Martin VFL. So at least I have 2 scramblers now going in. And the rest of the team's been solid. So it's gonna be without Vic. He's a big time playmaker. He's MVP. We got Lovie Smith. He's not too happy about it. So now I'll save since I got T. Martin. Wait, hold on. Let me just see. Is there anyone else who's worth it I could throw some money at? So these are the best guys. Oh, wow. Jason Gilden. That's not bad. Antoine Smith, 86 speed. Is there just like a blazing speed? I'm not trying to negotiate a contract with him. I'm trying. 7-year no. Is that what I signed him to? Well, honestly, I don't know if I'll be going past this first season. I'll of course save it afterwards, but if I do continue to play this season, then that's just going to be a bad contract. I have the disc in and I have a 120 gigabyte hard drive. You need to update your system to XBL to play backwards compatible games. So is your 120 gig hard drive external, or is that a built-in hard drive to your 360? Thanks for that information, by the way. Wide receiver, Chris Cole, 93 speed. Strong candidate, I remember him. Rams. So he's out there. I don't think I'm gonna sign anybody else. Let's look at the schedule. Where is the playoff bracket? Yeah, we're going to start the playoffs. Oh, come on. Give me a bracket. So we don't know who we're playing because of the wild card bracket. So let's see if we can get... I have to look through everyone's schedule. There's got to be a better way to do this. T. Martin, he was the QB for Tennessee Football Championship 1998. Go Vols. So he actually won a national championship on the Volunteers. It's the snap on the side hard drive on the older model 360. Okay, so you do need it. Alright, good to know. So what was I trying to do? Oh yeah, look at the playoff bracket. ESPN.com. It's not the standings. Power rankings going in. Bears still under Minnesota. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit, but I could see it. So playoff picture. Nell's mock draft. Yeah, I would like there to be a bracket. Not just playoff schedule. But hey, it is what it is. We stream NBA Live 05 after you finish the 2K franchise. Yeah, I could stream it after I finish this. I won't play a season or anything, but I'll play a game, and if I enjoy it, I'll come back to it. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Wait, did I really sign T. Martin for that long? Let me see. I gave him a lot of money. That's a bad contract. Cordell Stewart only got $1 million. I don't know what I was doing. Oh yeah, I did 7 years. Maybe I should do that over. T. Martin went undefeated the year after Peyton Manning left. He did something Peyton couldn't do, and that's beat the Gators. Wow, I wonder why he didn't work out in the NFL. Yeah, maybe I should redo that, since I'll redo that. Since I did save after, I could load that up. So we're not losing anything. And then we'll negotiate a better contract. I don't know why we offered him so much. Oh yeah. That was just me not looking at it. Thanks for catching that, Adam, because it has been thrown out there as an idea that I actually keep playing this franchise each year. And this would have been an absolutely terrible contract. He declined it? Okay. That's better. So now we'll change the depth chart up. And then that's what we're gonna go in the playoffs with. Yeah, that would have been bad. So let's see if the player awards are still the same. Yeah, Vic still won it. Yeah, Marty Booker could have won. I don't know, did they change any of these? Rushing title, Vic. Super Bowl MVP, it's a blank canvas, and it can't be Vic since he tore his ACL. Is Tecmo Bowl Kickoff on the DS any good? Yes, it is pretty good, actually. You could customize the roster. The only thing is, I think the game plays on the bottom screen, which is like the one that you use the little stick on, or the touch screen. So that's kind of weird. But the top has the scoreboard. But yeah, that is a pretty good remake of the game. So if you haven't played it yet, I do recommend it. But of course, it doesn't have, its rosters aren't based off anything. But yeah, I'm going to save the franchise, and when I play this game again, I will be back playing the playoffs without the MVP of the league, Mike Vick. Yeah, pick it up. Well, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We'll be back soon with the playoffs. Saturday, we're going to be streaming Super Bowl from Columbus, Ohio. I'm playing in that tournament, but we're also doing the stream. So look forward to that coverage. I think there's about 30 people playing in that tournament. It's going to be live coverage there. So look forward to that. But I should be back next week with this season. But anyways, thanks again for watching. Take care. Have a good night. See you later.